Greetings, most gracious audience. I am Sir Persevere, Knight of the Hand-Drawn Realm.
And I am Speckles, Salamander of the Hand-Drawn Realm and Sir Persevere's talking animal sidekick.
Today I bear tidings of misbegotten fate. Alas, our righteous crusade to restore traditional Western hand animation has received a terrible setback.
Oh no! What is it? Surely Dawgtown has not been cancelled, has it?
No, that's not it. Rest assured, Dawgtown is still alive and well. Not even the Chinese coronavirus could take it down.
How many times do I have to tell you not to say Chinese coronavirus?
Buzz off, pest! We don't have time for your authoritarian foolishness.
I am the royal queen of Tumblr art. I will not abide by the demands of a lowly knight like yourself. You will do as I say, or I will kick you off the platform.
Oh look! A Tumblr art fanboy posted a video about Gravity Falls on YouTube.
Really? I want to see. I love Gravity Falls. Wait for me!
And just like that, she's gone. Wow! How did you know she'd fall for it, Speckles?
It worked last time when I did my little parody video talking about Lavelle V using toilet paper for animation. She likes the animation styles that we hate, so I use that knowledge against her.
You are a clever salamander and a scholar.
Well, thank you, my good sir. So, what was the terrible news about hand animation if Dawgtown is still going strong?
Before I proceed any further, I would like to give a shout-out to Odin's movie blog. Odin is an enlightened film critic who is also a cynic. Now, let's get back to the topic at hand. Remember when we talked about Dawgtown?
Yes.
Do you remember the fact that we briefly mentioned Dragon's Lair the movie in that video? How I thought that the project is dead and that we would not get the movie?
Yes, what of it?
Apparently, Dragon's Lair the movie is not as dead as I thought it was, but it's also not as alive as I hoped for it to be.
Oh, now don't you start going all enigmatic on me. First you say the movie is not as dead as you thought, but then you say it's not as alive as you hoped. What happened? Did it fall into a coma? Are we waiting for Prince Charming to give Sleeping Beauty true love's kiss to bring it to life?
Brace yourself, Speckles. It's not pretty. Dragon's Lair the movie has been picked up by Netflix.
Well, isn't that good news? Finally, after all this waiting, Indiegogo backers like yourself can finally see a movie version of Dragon's Lair.
This is where I dropped the other shoe, my naive little friend. Dragon's Lair the movie, as done by Netflix, will be released as a live-action flick.
What? Live action? No! That's not true! That's impossible!
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
No! No!
Yup, Don Bluth signed a deal with Netflix to make a live-action movie of the beloved 1983 hand-animated video game.
What is this world coming to? First, George Lucas sells off Star Wars to a major corporation called Disney, and Disney ruined it. Now, Don Bluth sells Dragon's Lair to Netflix, a company just as bad as Disney. However, unlike Star Wars, where it took a couple of movies before people caught on to just how bad the deal was, we know right away that the Dragon's Lair movie is ruined before it even gets made.
True, a live-action movie starring Ryan Reynolds as Dirk the Daring is a colossal disappointment. However, be careful to not be too harsh on Don Bluth. He is well up in years, and even older than George Lucas. He probably does not have the same energy he once had in his prime as far as animation is concerned. Besides, he has given us many good hand-animated movies over the decades. As long as we pass down the legends of Mr. Bluth from one generation to another, who will ever forget the death scene of Littlefoot's mother in The Land Before Time? As long as we cherish his works, who will ever forget Mrs. Brisby's dedication to her little son named Timmy? As long as we respect what Don Bluth stood for, no one will forget Anastasia's "Once Upon on a December.
But still, it would have been fitting for Don Bluth to launch a new renaissance of Western hand animation appreciation. You saw his pitch presentation. Did we not see Singe in his full hand-animated glory in the depths of a wizard's evil lair? Why could we not get that in the new movie?
Well, you never know. There is one thing Netflix could do to make this situation better.
What is that?
I would be on board with Netflix making the human characters live action, if they allowed Don Bluth and his animation crew to use hand animation to bring the fantastical creatures to life.
So, you're saying you'd be on board with a Mary Poppins or Who Framed Roger Rabbit type of live-action hand animation style for this Netflix movie?
It is the only way I could swallow this bitter pill of this live-action rendition of what ought to be a purely hand-animated flick.
What if they do CGI for Singe and the other creatures? You know they will probably do that.
I will be even more disappointed than I am now with my hopeful thinking of a live-action hand animation combo. All the same, I will still give the movie a chance. I did help back the campaign on Indiegogo, you know. I ought to go ahead and watch what happens. Maybe I will still like it in spite of it being live action. But it will always be nagging at the back of my mind that this movie ought to have been done in Don Bluth's iconic hand animation style. No exceptions.
Once again, I will remind everyone watching this video that Don Bluth ought to be leading the charge to bring back the classic animation. He could make one final claim to hand animation glory before retiring for good and resting on his laurels.
I think at this point, Mr. Bluth is trusting that the next generation will fill in the gap. He is too old to fight the CGI live-action trend, but we have men and women working tirelessly to bring back Western hand animation. You have Justin Murphy working on Dawgtown, James Lopez working on Hullabaloo, and Trevor Price working on Kulipari with Netflix. Why, you even have Klaus on Netflix.
True, but Klaus is more of a 2D, 3D hybrid. I can't quite tell if it's hand-drawn or not, so I don't know if I would count that on the list.
All the same, Klaus is exploring a new animation style, which is more than can be said about every major studio doing the same old monotonous Pixar copycat CGI. More importantly, Klaus actually has a heart and a soul. If I am ever blessed by God to have a wife and children, I would raise them up on Klaus.
Well, if I had a wife and children, I'd be raising my tadpoles up on Kulipari.
Of course you would. Well, I think that wraps it up for now. Next time we will be talking about Princess Mononoke. A friend of the channel has been waiting patiently for the last several months for a review on the movie, so we will do that in the following video.
You know that person will just ask for more reviews on anime flicks. We can't stand anime!
This is true, but this person shares a Netflix account with us and is very generous about it. If that is what is requested of us, we shall do it, even if it's a couple months late in the making because of crazy circumstances and breaking animation news coming in out of nowhere. We would like to thank our gracious viewers for watching this video. If you like this commentary and you want to see more like it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Now, my friends, go forth, be gracious to everyone, and may God bless you.